Hey everybody. We've got a new game that I decided to play. So since, I'm a big Dungeons and Dragons fan, I have gone through and personally checked off every D&D video game in order that was ever made. And in fact, I will show you that list right now. Let's make sure it pops up. Let me stretch it out for you. Bam. Every D&D video game in release order, as well as what setting of D&D they take place in. Uh, and I decided we're going to start with the very first D&D video game, which is Dungeons & Dragons computer fantasy game. And then we'll kind of work our way through to other games that we haven't played on the channel yet that are D&D in the order that they were released. Um, so yeah, that is what we're doing here at the moment. Yeah. Oh, let me stretch that back down. That way I can, because I'm going to have a chart here that y'all are going to be able to see me use later. Because I'm going to need that for this video game in particular, because this is Dungeons & Dragons computer fantasy game, and it is the very first D&D video game from 1981, and it is a dungeon crawler type game with the goal of finding an arrow and killing the dragon inside the game. Let me go ahead and boot it up. Since there's no sound or music on this game, I've got some Baldur's Gate music running in the background for our own enjoyment of this. All right, so let's start it. And I've been test running it just to kind of figure out how to play the game. I think I could actually beat this game in just this viewing. So here we go. So these are the controls. We're going to do level 1 first, and then if I beat it, we'll do level 2. All right, so we're at A0, and when you play level 1, you start with a hook shot, essentially, a grappling hook, a rope and hook, whatever you want to call it, which is used to get out of pits because there are traps in here. There are bats, pits, and the dragon, and so you want to avoid the pits. The bats will send you to a randomized location. Pits will drop you and kill you if you don't have a hook or rope. If you have the hook or rope, you get out the one time, and then you lose the hook and rope unless you find another one. And then, let's just go, and you'll kind of see how this works, and you'll see why I'm taking a minute doing my moves as well. Okay, so there's a bat nearby. Because you can see within the next set of areas where things might be. So we're going to go ahead and go down. We're going to go to I1. So the bat isn't in H1 because there's no nearby bat signal. So we're going to go to I9 while we're here. See if the bats... There's a bat and a pit nearby. I'm going to guess... Well, I can't say for sure. Let's go down 1. And then go left. Yep. That's what I figured. So I'm going to bet that G0 is actually clear and that the bat is at H9 based on the information. And I'm going to guess the pit is in I8. And so what you don't see me doing is I'm making notes. I have extensive notes of where everything is, so I'm keeping track. So that way we can basically clear the area. Yes, I was correct. 0 is clear. But now we found where the dragon is. But We cannot kill the dragon yet because we don't have an arrow. And in order to kill the dragon, you need the arrow, and you need to fire it directly in the direction that the dragon is. So we're missing 2 pieces of information. We don't have the arrow, and we don't know the exact location of the dragon. That can be easily resolved, though, within this next turn. So I can go here. So the dragon is not at G1. It is in D. It is in F0. So, and we can expand upon that for sure by going up to F1. And there is no dragon. Wait a minute. Dragon should be in... Oh, it could also be in G9. So it is in G9, actually. I forgot that. Both sides of that work that way. So, it is not in F0, it is in G9. And in fact, we'll go to F0 now. And we'll go to F9 if that's clear. Yep. So we'll go to F9. Yep, there's a dragon nearby, and there's a bat nearby. So the dragon's below us. At G9. And the bat is possibly at E9 or F8. Okay, so we have a lot of clear space. We know where the dragon is. We need to find the arrow, because in order to kill the dragon, you have to find the missing arrow, and then you can go towards where the dragon is and shoot at it. You have to be just outside the room. You can't enter the room with the dragon or you die. Wait, why am I going to F1? I want to be at F0. Wait, there's a pit nearby? Did I miss that? Okay, it's either at E1 or F2 because I wasn't paying attention. We're going to go F0 and then E0. Pits at E1. Okay. But we still need to find an arrow. So we're going to go to D0. And D0 is clear, as is C0 and D1. So we're going to go to C0. Oh yeah, so it's D9. D9 is also clear. C9 is clear. C1 is clear. B1, B0 we already knew was clear. So let's go to B0. An arrow's nearby. Okay, so it's either at B9 or B1. Because those are the only areas that we haven't checked out that haven't been cleared. So let's go to B1. Hey, we found the arrow. Okay, so we have the arrow. We know where the dragon is. Let's go back to where we can shoot it. So, potentially the easiest way to shoot the dragon, just go to the easiest pathway anyways, is go to G0. Uh-oh. Did I? Okay. Woo! I was like, did I forget about a pit? No, it's on my chart. It's E1. Okay, so dragon is to our left. We're gonna shoot him. We did it! We won! That's how you beat Dungeons and Dragons. Computer fantasy game. But now I'm gonna show you how I did it, and I'm also gonna do it on a harder difficulty where we don't get a free piece of rope at the start. So, let me show you how I did it. This chart here. I'll full screen it. So, as I'm going through places, what I'm doing is I'm just marking if it's a pit that's nearby, I'll do pit question mark, pit question mark, pit question mark. And then and pick question mark because it can be up, right, left, or down, and the dungeon goes circular. So because it's a magic dungeon, so you'll go if you go left from A0, you'll end up at A9, and therefore that has to be taken into factor of this. If it's a bat, I do the same thing, but it's B question mark. And then basically when I confirm something's there, I'll just remove the question mark. And then I'll remove the other ones that are no longer relevant. Same thing with dragon, D question mark, arrow, A question mark. In this case, we'll have the hook, so it'll be H question mark. Because we're going to do the harder difficulty where we can find the hook, but we won't start with one. So we're going to do harder difficulty. Let me bring us back to the game. Hold on, sorry. Okay, so let's see. We're going to go ahead and play again. Yes. Enter. And then we're going to do level 2. Now, I've only beaten level 2 once. It is harder. I'm making my notes real quick. So, I guess I didn't show you what happens when there's nothing around. If there's nothing there, I put clear, 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 clear. So, easy peasy. All right, so let's go up to J0, and there is still nothing. So, clear, clear, and clear. We already have what's under J0 clear because that's A0. All right. Go to I0. Oh, there's a dragon nearby. Oh boy, the dragon's already here. Hey. So, we don't know where the dragon is. We just know it's either an H0, I1, or I9. So, because we don't know, we're going to go to J1. So we're going to go. So that way we can clear out if it's I1. Because we'll get a signal if it's there. Of course, we want to go this way. It is not in I1. So, in fact, nothing is near there is in I1. So we can clear it. And we can clear J2 while we're at it. And we can actually also... well, nope, we can't. A1's already cleared. Okay, so we're now going to go to J2. And we're just going to kind of follow a straight line and try to clear out as many areas as we can. Okay, so the pit or arrow is nearby, depending on which way we go. So this is a situation where we put both P and A, question mark, P, question mark, A, question mark, P, question mark, A, question mark. So it is either an A2, I2, or J3. And it could be either of those. It could be either the pit or the arrow. We don't know which one is in which room. There will only be one in each room. I do have some rules here of note that bats move after you use them, and the dragon doesn't move at all. So the dragon will always be where you think it is. There we go. Sorry, y'all. I've realized y'all haven't been hearing me this whole time. Um, but yeah, we barely got. I was counting how many we had. We barely explored 20% of that dungeon, or a fifth of that dungeon. Sorry, we explored 20% of that dungeon, maybe, but we didn't even confirm G1 and H2. Um, but we beat it. We beat the game on its harder difficulty. Uh, Obviously, without a chart, this game can be a lot more overwhelming, and it's more. Did I check that room? Did I not check that room? And so a lot of people did play with charts back in the day for this type of game. And gives you an idea of how older games you kind of needed outside material to beat them sometimes. Um, but this is the very first Dungeons and Dragons video game, and we have beaten it, so we can now clear that off of our list of games to play in the Dungeons and Dragons video game order. And next time we'll be jumping ahead a year to 1982 to play Dungeon, which takes place in the Blackmoor setting in D&D. Not that it matters, because I've watched some gameplay, and it really like the setting of Blackmoor has no relevance to the to the game, and in fact, Blackmoor never appears again in a video game after that. Um, as you can see, Forgotten Realms quickly becomes the main location of D&D, and still is the main location of D&D settings as of 1988. But we'll get to that when we get to it. For now, though, be ready for us to go through Dungeon, which is actually based on a board game, and I think this was also based on an actual physical game. Because when I was doing research for how to play this game properly, they or like better ways to play the game, because I was not doing great until I started charting everything. Um, they basically I found like an actual physical game from Mattel, which was like you would put your character around and you were trying to get treasure without getting caught by the dragon, and the dragon did move in that game, but in this game it doesn't move. But I think that this is the inspiration for that, because if you even hit yes, play again, you'll see that Mattel Electronics presents this video game. So I think they're connected. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. And if you really like our content, check out the Patreon, which is linked down below, where you can watch our content a week before it's uploaded to YouTube. And also be sure to check out the Discord link down below so you can become a part of our community. And I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one. Bye.